Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tyler Arias, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, oh my god, we have a awesome video. Awesome with this one right here, okay? Dude, alright, so early this morning, the Grotti Cheetah Classic dropped out. I'm showing you right here where it's at, Legendary Motorsport. And we are doing a full performance review, and we are versing it. It's like two videos in one. All right, it's a 10-minute video. I know, I get it. I apologize, but I wanted to put all this in there for one video. That way we get it all knocked out. It is the Grotti Classic or Cheetah Classic versus the Grotti Turismo Classic. This is a great test. Full performance review, everything all together. It's $865,000 out the gate, plus about $350,000 for customization. And right now I'm showing you, there's a lot of customizable options for this car. So I wanted to show you and kind of break it down a little bit. Didn't want to take too much time upon this, but there's a whole bunch of bumper options. There's, I mean, look at that, really cool, like engine block options and things like that, where you can paint the engine. I mean, it's really, really nice. I'm really digging this Cheetah Classic. I really am. And then we'll get into the performance part of it here in just a second. All right, but remember, let's wait till we go through all the performance stuff before you make a decision to buy the vehicle and stuff like that. But yeah, this car has really good customizable options. It's a great looking car. This is the Magnum PI car from back in the day. It's Magnum PI's old Ferrari. It's exactly what that is. I love it. It's great. It's the old Testarossa, or similar to it anyways. But yeah, it's got really cool sun strip options. I mean, that's something you really only see kind of like in Benny's and stuff like that. So really cool features like that. We can match up with some different kind of paint schemes and things. I did a live broadcast this morning. We had a blast, so that was really fun. And yeah, I mean, this car is really cool. It's got a whole bunch of side skirt options. It has spoilers for days. I mean, I had to speed this up a little bit, but it's got so many different spoiler options. It's really cool. There's a lot of options overall with this car. I mean, you could have a really nice car show with this, and you could have no two cars the same. All right, so let's get into the performance features of it right here. So this is the Cheetah Classic versus the Turismo Classic top speed straight line. Okay, this is on my track. It's a 5-mile course. The checkpoints are quarter mile, half mile, and then 1 mile increments after that. Okay, so it kind of gives you a good idea. And listen, these tests were amazing. I did about 5 runs, between 5 and 7 runs with my live stream this morning for each one of these cars. These cars are very consistent. The Turismo Classic did have a wider range of times though. The Cheetah Classic was very consistent with its runs though. And as we see right here, these cars are very competitive on a top speed straight line test with each other. I mean, very competitive. That's very good to see. I mean, we're halfway down the track and we're seeing the cars are neck and neck. I mean, it's really competitive, and I love that. So if you're doing some drag racing with your friends, I mean, these would be very good cars to race against each other and see what's what. Both of them are rear wheel drive. I want to say the Turismo is rear wheel drive. I know the Cheetah is. I tested it today to make sure. I can't remember if the Turismo Classic is. I'm pretty sure it is rear wheel drive. If it is all wheel drive, it's not by much. Anyways, though, because some cars don't have a lot of power to the front tires if they're all wheel drive. But look at that right there. I mean, holy shit! Photo finish. Look at this. Look at this. 122.858. 122.857. 1,000th of a second difference. And with my test, and that was an average. I mean, that was insane. That was crazy. Very competitive. Very close in a straight line. I mean, that's within the margin of error. So obviously, I mean, that's insane. That is a really good test. I mean, you can't really get much closer than that unless it's dead on even. So here we are on my track. This is the Underground Race Club. This is my circuit that I use. It is a fast circuit. All right? I always say that. Let people know. It is a fast track, okay? Not every track is the same. Not every car is going to perform the same on every track. Every track has its favorite car. Every car has its favorite track, and they are not necessarily the same. Okay, every driver is different. You've got a whole bunch of different YouTubers out there that test these, so you want to watch all of us. You know, take Bruffy, me, Digital Car Addicts, CGH, whoever, you know, G Unit. All these guys, you know, get the big picture, because we all our testing's all a little bit different. Okay, my track is a fast track. There is times, I mean, you have to, obviously you see me, I'm feathering the throttle. All right, you have to lay off a little bit. You have to gauge your corners right. If you go hard through one corner, you'll have to lay off on another. And on the next lap, if you lay off on that one, you can go hard on the next corner. So it is different. There is a definite difference in how you drive with this track. You have to be consistent. It's like any other track. And as you see right here, these cars are very, very competitive. They're very close together. Now, I did about, I'd say, 30 laps with the Cheetah Classic. I've done more, obviously, with the Turismo. It's been out longer. Okay, but with my testing with the Cheetah Classic, the Cheetah, even though it was grippy during my live broadcast, I kept saying, man, this is a really grippy car. It does have a tendency to kick out a little bit. The Turismo Classic it does feel much more stable. It feels like a much more, I'm not sure that I'm just more comfortable with the handling of the vehicle, but I felt like I had a good grasp with the Cheetah Classic. The Cheetah Classic, though, on the right, the Cheetah Classic is on the right, by the way, just to let you guys know, and the Turismo, which is the red car, is on the left. So the Turismo Classic on the left, the brand new car, the Cheetah Classic on the right. Probably should have said that at the beginning, but anyways. But the Turismo on the left, the red car, it just felt more stable, which allows you to hit these corners and carry speed through them much better. And it allows you to kind of decelerate and accelerate with a turn a little bit more confidently as well. The Cheetah Classic on the right, the gray car, it did feel more loose. So you feel more cautious going through the turns and as you see on this video, it does. I have a couple of instances where it kicks out a little bit. This is a 10-lap race, and so you have to kind of account for that, and that may alter your driving style. So I believe that it may be different for other people. Obviously, you may think like the Turismo Classic on the left, the red car, is too slow. It feels too sluggish for you. It feels like the handling is too stiff or whatnot. With some cars, I like a looser handling. I do. With these two cars, though, I would probably prefer the Turismo Classics on the left handling because it's just more stable. And as you can see this in the race, you can kind of tell a little bit here that with my testing, the Turismo Classic on the left is starting to pull a little bit on the Cheetah Classic. Now, once again, I've only got about 30 laps under my belt with the Cheetah Classic. As I race more with it, it may be more comfortable. I may be able to handle these turns a little bit better, and that's that's fine. That's going to be the way with all these cars. When they come out, they're brand new. When I can't do 100 laps testing, and get a video out, but this still will give you an idea of what it's going to be like, because this car, no matter how many laps you go, the car is a looser car. It feels looser than the Turismo. There's no doubt about that, and in my opinion, it is a looser handling car. The traction, the traction bar is almost the same, but it just feels looser, and as you see, it does handle that way. It's a little bit looser handling. The car, the ass end kicks out just a little bit more than the Turismo Classic on the left. Now we're coming up on the last couple laps right here. And as you see with my testing and my driving style, the Turismo Classic, I am, a good bit ahead. Not a good bit, but I'm a couple seconds ahead than the Cheetah Classic. And once again, though, not by much. I mean, these cars are extremely competitive. Extremely competitive. These guys are just, they're hauling ass these turns. They handle the corners very well. Once again, with the Cheetah Classic, I guarantee you I could probably shave off a little bit of time with a little bit more practice with it. So that lets me know right there that these cars are extremely competitive. The Sports Classic was destroyed by the Sterling GT. Then it was destroyed by the Turismo Classic. It was like a one-car class, right? If you didn't have the Classic, if you didn't have the Sterling GT, you couldn't race. If you didn't have the Turismo Classic when it came out, you couldn't race with it. And now with these two, with the new Cheetah Classic coming out, these cars, it's a very, very competitive class now. Well, it's basically two cars. So as you see right here, the Turismo Classic on the left, 455.462. The Cheetah Classic on the right, 459.265. Once again, I'm sure I can shave off a little bit of time with the Cheetah Classic, but however, I still think that the Turismo Classic would be better around a track. It's because its handling is a little bit better. It feels more solid. It feels safer. And as you see with the best lap as well, and that kind of shows you an idea that the Turismo Classic is more consistent. And that's what it's all about. It's about consistency. I can have a super fast one lap, but if I can't repeat that fast lap over and over, it makes no sense. It makes no difference. That one lap is great, but if you can't consistently perform and reproduce that, it makes zero difference at all around a circuit. All right. So once again, I love this car. This is a great car. If you had to pick between the two, I would probably go with the Turismo Classic, though. But I love the Cheetah Classic. If you got the money, add it to your collection. It is an awesome car. It's very competitive. I love it. I think it's great. They're both very good cars. Make sure you watch other YouTubers as well. Get a full idea before you drop money on this, because it will put you over $1 million worth of upgrades. So I hope it's helped out. Let me know if you got any questions down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest reels content of the game. Make sure you smash that like button. Stay dangerous.